Jobseeker penalties are back. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article from Yahoo Finance written by Lucy Dean discussing the Jobseeker penalties which will be reintroduced. Now, a large proportion of our civilization are now on government support due to these strict economic lockdowns that were implemented to save us all. Now, penalties haven't been in place, so some people haven't been enjoying the true Jobseeker and Centrelink experience. And I'm saying that very facetiously, because I can see there'll be a whole lot of people that are going to suffer an extreme culture shock dealing with this bureaucracy. And, well, given the state of the economy, it's going to be a hard time to dig yourself out of this environment. It really is. That's what we've seen. We've seen in the jobless unemployment figures. They shot down. The unemployment rate went down. More businesses were created. But they were created as one-person operations. So either people are entering the gig economy or people are starting up their small businesses. Maybe this is part of the economic growth that results out of destruction. If people are cast out of their jobs for the first time, and maybe they've got resources due to the government supplements here or maybe they've just saved and they're finally freed, or this is their first chance to step off the rat race. They're thinking, you know what, I'm going to try start up that small business. I'm going to do that online program I want to do. I want to learn that new skill. Maybe opportunities can arise. I'm hoping in 6 months to a year's time, I will start to see stories appearing about how the recession was the best thing that ever happened to me. It changed my whole life, my whole perspective, and I, found this or this opportunity or created this business here. So we don't just see, news.com articles about someone making a sauce and selling it to Coles. Something, more innovative or anything really. Maybe I'm just being naive. We'll have to see. We'll wait and see. So, the penalties are going to be reintroduced. Australians receiving Jobseeker will face penalties from the 28th of September, so in 7 days. If they fail to meet their mutual obligation requirements, the Social Services Minister has confirmed. So, you're going to have mutual obligations. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you have dealt with Jobseeker before. I did a video looking at some of the agencies that people are placed with, and some of the stories that people shared there are just atrocious. I mean, we've got this situation now where people will go to an employment agency and then they will just push training courses on you, because apparently you need to get a qualification to clean. You need to get, this is the problem. We've become Australia is such a bloody nanny state. They want you to have a piece of paper to prove you can wipe something up. They're giving Cert 2s, Cert 3s, even some Cert 4s for pretty much anything. It's ludicrous. It is ludicrous. And, I mean, these organizations, they'll push it because they'll make money from it. They'll either set up their own, registered trading organizations, or they'll get a kickback a commission from whoever they push you onto. I mean, do we need that? Does that add any value? Does going to a third-party training organization to learn how to do menial, low-skill tasks? Or does that create another hurdle for people getting a job? That's the thing. These are all impediments to people getting jobs. It's no different to having minimum wage laws. There's some people that just can't operate at that level. So you're going to have to, you've got a duty of care. Since if you've ever taken advantage of those privileges that have been put in the market, those interventions, you have a duty of care, I would argue, to those that can't reach that level. And often it's the poorest, the people they're trying to help. But, no one sees it like that. From late September, Australians on unemployment benefits outside of Victoria will need to participate in appointments with their service provider, agree to a job plan, and look for and accept suitable work. Most job seekers generally need to look for up to 8 jobs a month under the program. And I've seen people in the comments say how they've applied for jobs, and then Seek will tell them 300 other people applied for this job. There was a job up in Caboolture for a service station attended, and over 3,000 people went for the job. This is the thing. This is going to be tough, everyone. So I can see people getting frustrated and thinking of something else they can do. Mutual obligations were suspended from March 2020 as hundreds of thousands of Australians fell into unemployment, while businesses also shuttered doors across the country. Minister for Families and Social Services Anne Ruston noted on Friday. Despite there still being health and economic challenges because of the pandemic, as the August 2020 labour force figures demonstrate, more Australians are returning to the workforce and many businesses are looking for workers, she added. While the task will differ per person, those who fail to meet their mutual obligation requirements will face payment suspensions or penalties if there is no valid reason, Ruston said. At present, job seekers are only subject to penalties or suspensions if they refuse an offer of employment without a valid reason. For some job seekers who have been on income support for 12 months, work for the dole activities will also recommence where it is safe to do so and all health and safety requirements are met. Now, some of the things they get you doing on work for the dole are not very good, but I mean, if you've been in this situation for 12 months, you need a drastic shift. Something needs to happen. This is a support mechanism for emergency or to keep you from being destitute. It's not meant to be a UBI. So you need to change your life. Maybe that could just be counseling or people dealing with depression, because there are going to be some people that are going to struggle to get back in the workforce. There's going to be economic scarring. One thing that isn't discussed in these articles is ageism. I'm getting old, guys. You know, I think once you hit 40, you start becoming less employable because you're an old fuddy-duddy. Yeah. Once you hit 45, it gets even harder, or you're overqualified. This is the thing as well. Australia is, a highly educated country with with an economy that isn't very complex. So, you're getting people with high-end degrees that can't find the work in this country. So we're getting a brain drain. But yeah, I've heard stacking shelves and stuff like that. And it's only for charity, isn't it? Cleaning up, at least I'm hoping it is. Ruston said, given the changing nature of the labour market, the government is also boosting training programs for job seekers and introducing more flexibility so job seekers can study while receiving the income support. The changes come into place 3 days after the coronavirus supplement, which effectively doubled the job seeker payment, reduces to $300 a fortnight. Ruston's announcement comes after the Australian Bureau of Statistics reported unemployment fell by 0.7% to 6.8%, largely due to a growing number of people describing themselves as self-employed. And there's the kicker. That's what I said. So what self-employment opportunities are there? What could you do? What could you do, guys? How many people are going to start doing online businesses, starting to sell things online? Or maybe if you've got a skill, you can write articles, you can do artwork. You can look at Fiverr and do things on there. The logo I've got above my head there I had made online. How many people are gamers and want to get into game dev? It's a challenging competitive environment. If you're getting into something like that, you've got to treat it just like any other job, but it could be quite rewarding. Even if you don't succeed, just the skills that you get in that process. If you're on 12 months, you should be developing skills at the very least, doing training. And I'd be doing, if it was me, I'd be doing LinkedIn learning all the skills, learning all the programs, learning all the tools that I could use in a day-to-day basis, to skill up. And you get access to that for free. Here in Brisbane, they've got it at the State Library, so you can get access to it there. That's useful. What suggestions would you give to people in this situation? What suggestions would you give? What skills could they have? Let us know in the comments, guys. Because I suspect there are going to be a lot of people that need to look at self-employment, particularly if they're older. There may just not be any jobs in the economy coming back. You need to find other opportunities, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content that I create, there are a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode.